Hey there YouTube, Noah here. Have to keep it down a little bit as it's later than I usually film, but I'm just going to do a quick unboxing slash I don't know what you call it, just show and tell of a few cubes that I've picked up over the last couple weeks. We went to a bunch of garage sales on a couple, I don't know if you've seen those, like the highway long garage sale things, kind of like Highway 36 and Weber out here in Kansas. Anyway, I picked up a couple cubes from that, and then I also ordered a couple vintage puzzles on eBay. I have a couple more still coming, so I'll do another unboxing when those get here. And I'll show off a couple other ones, but without further ado, let's just get right into it. Have my other microphone going, so I have to see how that's continuing to work. I'm going to stop mentioning it here shortly, I'm sure, but for right now, I'm just going to keep mentioning it every video. So that's what I've noticed I've been doing. Let's just go to about that angle right there, and I think that'll work. Let's just go to the first puzzle here. This is not a Rubik's Cube, or at least a twisty puzzle. This is actually a Hearst Gyroscope. This is kind of an interesting thing that I actually bought mostly just for the box art to put on my shelf. Let's just open it from the bottom here. This is all that came in the box. Originally, back in the 1950s, it came with both a stand and a string to pull it. Basically what you do, you put a string through here, you pull it, it spins really fast. It's a standard gyroscope. It'll stand in one place if it's held down by the base on a certain stand, and if you put it on a stand sideways, it'll actually rotate, seemingly defying gravity around the outside thing. So actually that's really interesting. I'll play a couple YouTube clips here with some credit given. To show you exactly what that does, I've been playing around with it a little bit, but I don't have a good place to do it right now. So that's a really interesting thing. It's not a twisty puzzle, but it's just something interesting. Pick this up for $1 at a various flea market. This is a Megaminx. I've had a couple of these in the past. I do not have one right now, so it's actually cool that I found this. Very nice shape, turns fairly well, pretty catchy, exactly where I remember. I really never liked the Megaminx as much as I like the QJ Megaminx. A lot of people don't like the QJ Megaminx. I actually like the first one I had. It was my main for a while back. I've never been fast at solving Megaminx. I'm very slow. But exactly what I expected, I put in a display pattern, which basically you have to switch two edges, and then you can checkerboard the whole thing by solving it into it. I'll do a tutorial. If anybody wants to see that, let me know in the comments below. Pretty sure I'll do one anyway here. Next up here, I have a Chex Megaminx. I got this at a thrift shop in town for around $4. This came out in the 1980s and was sent as a mail order prize from cereal boxes. It's really an interesting puzzle. It's just a standard 1980s Rubik's Cube design, and this one actually has some sand and it's pretty dirty on the inside of it. So first I'll be kind of careful so I don't break any pieces, and I don't want to mess with the stickers. So it's basically just a collection cube. It's a Chex cereal advertising cube. Interestingly enough, with more of a sticker mod. Most cubes that are advertising cubes were just standard Rubik's Cubes. I got a good deal on this Parker Brothers The Orb Cube. I'm not going to open this one, but maybe I will in the future, just because of how bad the shrink is. Basically, I bought this thing, it's brand new in there, but the shrink's a bit distressed on the front, as you can see. So, because of that, I got a really good deal. I think I paid $12 for this on eBay, brand new from, I think it's from 1982 by 7 Towns, which 7 Towns, I believe, is actually the original company that produced certain Rubik's puzzles. So I'm really interested to get that and I don't know, just have it in my collection. Parker Brothers The Orb. I've seen some other YouTubers playing around with that one, so I'm sure you can look up a video if you want to see exactly how it works. It's not exactly a twisty puzzle, but it does twist. Twisting is an aspect to it, and it has a couple other things. This is a Hershey's Kisses tin. You know, I picked that up now. Now there's a puzzle inside there. So let's get a knife out here quickly and open the tape. Cut the tape. Once you cut the tape, hopefully we'll see something that's interesting. Purchased this one off of eBay. This is the kind of puzzle that I really hate buying off of eBay because I'm like, well, I could find one out in the field at garage sales and things. You really don't find a lot of puzzles at garage sales. It takes a while. So anyway, just decided to purchase one here. Let's see. Let's open this up here and see what's in here. I'm really not sure. Okay, no, this is what this is. Okay, this isn't actually the puzzle I was expecting to be in here, surprisingly enough. Interesting. This is actually a really cool puzzle. and actually quite a rare one from what I understand. This one I actually paid very little for. I think I paid $8 for this. I'll have to see if I want to switch between the camera and the other microphone there. The microphone might be picking up too much tape noise and things like that. But this is one you'll want to see. This is actually a pretty neat one, and I'm going to see if I can solve it. I might do a video, can I solve it, or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's just like a 3x3. Yeah, close up there. This is an ITC Rubik's World Puzzle from 1982, made in Hong Kong. That is super, super cool. I mean, there's really not a lot of these out here, and like I said, I paid like $7 for this thing, plus a little bit of shipping, so I got a great deal on that. I'm extremely excited to have this. I don't have the original stand, but I have the puzzle. The puzzle turns. I mean, it's a Rubik's brand. It doesn't turn horribly. It turns like a Rubik's brand does. So anyway, that'll be very interesting to see if I can solve it. I'm pretty sure I'd start on the white face, you know, like Antarctica. Apparently it solves exactly like a 3x3. Actually, I'm just going to do a solve right here. It's going to be kind of time-lapsed and whatever. Let's just see if I can solve this and how long it takes me. I'll put a timer on screen. Okay, well, almost an hour later, and I'm forced to give up on the Rubik's World Puzzle. This is a hard cube. Many different factors. I have the first two layers fully solved here, at least as far as I know. I'm going to look up some pictures online, and I'm going to look up how to do last layer in super beginner's method. Like we're going down and over and over. I never learned that way, so it's very difficult for me to spot cases. I had it spotted one time. I almost had it, but then I messed up the algorithm because this thing turns... Sometimes it turns okay. Most of the time it turns very, very bad. Full hand turns for the most part. Definitely for collection. Once I get solved, it's staying that way, but I do need to get solved eventually. So that's the first two layers. Figure out the last layer. Other than that, I guess that's the Rubik's World. Oh man, I literally spent like 40-some minutes solving that, so that's about time to give up. Okay, anyway, let's go on to this next cube here. This is also from eBay. I've picked some of these up in the past, but I want to get one in nice shape for the collection. This is a cube you can find all over the place, and it was actually sold a little bit cheaper than the Rubik's Cube back in the 1980s. That's why so many exist. The Wonderful Puzzler from Russia. Actually, this one's made in Taiwan, but I've heard these were sold from Russia and all different other places there. I don't know the exact history, I guess, but the Wonderful Puzzler is an interesting cube. It has the standard color scheme, not the Japanese one. This one actually is a lot different than the other one I have. Let me go get that one quick. I have found another interesting phenomenon. If you're solving a ball-shaped puzzle for a while, which I've heard this before, I've experienced before, this cube feels completely concave. It feels super weird. Anyway, here's my other Wonderful Puzzler. I guess it's not that much different. It just, this one seems to have a little bit cheaper feeling plastic. It's a little bit different. So anyway, one thing I have found with these, which here's my other one, these do turn better than Rubik's Cubes out of the box, which is interesting. They're definitely not speed cubes by any sense of the word, but they are a little bit better. They use the exact same mechanism, but they have a little bit different tolerances and things straight out of the box. This one's actually fairly good. If I try to corner cut, it'll even corner cut a little bit. It does have springs and is somewhat tensionable if you can actually get in there. I'm not sure to the possibility of that. I do know it has screws and springs though, but they're probably under the plastic. So anyway, that is a Wonderful Puzzler. I just wanted one with a mint condition box, which I do have one in the box. Like I said, that one. But it's not in quite as nice a shape as this one. So I paid like $7 for this one. That one's pretty neat. Good to have in the collection, along with the 1980s Rubik's Cubes, the original. Next up here, picked this one up actually last week, and somebody pointed on the video. This is a Star Trek cube, and as far as I can tell, very hard to find. I found a couple on Twisty Puzzle Museum. If you look up a lot of different things. Made in 2009 by CBS Studios Incorporated. Let's see here. Rabbit, Tanaka, Entertainment Lighting, and Home Decor. I don't think this is sold anymore, and it's very hard to find, as I've said. There's a normal Rubik's Cube next to it. It's hard to see, but if I had to guess, this is around a 70mm cube. It's quite a bit larger. I'd assume it turns somewhat like a dollar store cube. I'm not going to open it. Seal is completely intact. It's in mint condition in there. Gotta keep it like it is. Pretty cool. A little bit of a fan of Star Trek, and that's just super neat how it's like that. Found that in some small town little thrift store thing for a couple bucks. Next up here, this is a box I haven't even opened, so I don't remember exactly what's in this one. I thought this was probably what that other one was, so I don't know what this one is now. So I guess I'll open this up and see exactly what it is. I still have an idea, but I'm not certain. As you can see, there's your first look. let's pop it out of here. This is actually a little bit different packaging than I thought it would have when I first looked at it. This is a PG Company puzzle. That's really interesting. This is an original barrel cube. Packaging's not in perfect shape. This is made in Taiwan, Republic of China, back in the 1980s, from what I can understand. If you peel the label off, you can get into there. I'm not going to do that. This one's not going to be opened unless it comes open here. Now, it's not coming open without ripping the label. So, as you can see, it is slightly scrambled in there. PG and Company. This is a barrel cube from the 1980s. Unfortunately, that little slice is off a little bit. A cube for the collection, in nice shape. Just a fairly rare one. I think I paid 20 bucks for that one. So that's one of those ones where I paid up a little bit. But that's one that you just don't see very often. Okay, well that actually felt like a lot longer video to me because of that conundrum with trying to solve that cube. But for you, it probably wasn't super long. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more unboxing videos, review videos, and all kinds of other things. Chaos Cuber out. Goodbye.